Good morning, students. Today we discuss next and the last concept of our chapter, the Cold War era, and the topic is India and the Cold War. As we discussed earlier, that India was one of the founder member of non-aligned movement, and by that movement, India did not want to join either USA or USSR because India did not lose its hard-earned sovereignty from British rule. That was the reason that India appealed to the new decolonized country not to become the part of any one of the superpower USA and USSR. By the policy of name, India's response to the Cold War was twofold. So, there were two objectives by which the policy of name India wanted to get, which two objectives. First, in one role, India stayed away from the two alliances. It means that India did not join either USA or USSR. And secondly, it raised its voice against the newly decolonized countries becoming the part of these alliances, the NATO and the Warsaw. So first of all, India itself stayed away from the two alliances, and India appealed to the decolonized country that not to become the part of USA and USSR. India's policy was neither negative nor passive, as Nehru reminded the world that name was not a policy of fleeing away, because so many countries which are the member of non-aligned movement played a crucial role in maintaining peace between the two superpower in the world. In Korean War, Nehru played a great role to maintain peace in the world. Non-alignment was not a noble international cause as well. It served India's interest directly, as it allowed India to take international decisions keeping its own interest in mind, and it could also balance one superpower against other in this way. When any country make a foreign policy, the country is always remind about their interest. They are always keeping in mind that the interest of a country never be harmed by making relation with other nations. So by the policy of name, India was free to take its international decision, to save its sovereignty, and to make friendly relations with both the superpower. India's policy of non-alignment was criticized to be unprincipled and inconsistent. Yeah, so many bases. On these bases, that the critics, they criticize the non-aligned policy. How? Still, the Kashmir issue cannot be solved between India and Pakistan by the member of non-aligned countries. Second thing, that on one side, India said that do not become the part of any alliance, but in 1971, when a war was took place between India and Pakistan on the question of Bangladesh, at that time USA, China and Pakistan on one side, at that time USSR, Russia, India signed a treaty of friendship with Russia in 1971. At that time it was USSR for 20 years. So on this basis, so many people they criticize that on one side India say that do not become the part of any alliance, and on the other side India make treaty with a superpower USSR for 20-year peace treaty, friendship treaty in 1971. So on the different basis, so many people they criticize about the non-aligned movement, that on many issues this movement was not able to take independent decision. So but at present time this is relevant, this is not irrelevant, because so many people they are believed in the principles of name. My dear students, you know at present time the next stage of Cold War is starting, because Corona, United States of America and many European countries, they blamed over China, that China is responsible to spread the coronavirus. But on the other hand, you know that China is a communist country. It was sided by Russia. As you know, Russia is also a communist country, and North Korea also. So this epidemic like corona, it is maybe it is responsible for the starting of the next stage of Cold War. I hope that there will be no third world war between the European nations and the China and Russia. So it remain cold, not hot. So next topic, that is the six important arms control treaties which took place between the two superpower. Discuss one by one. The first one is Limited Test Ban Treaty. Ban nuclear weapon tests in the atmosphere, in the outer space and underwater. This treaty was signed by USA, UK, USSR in Moscow on 5th of August 1963. The second one is NPT, Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. India did not sign on this treaty because it is a discriminatory treaty which put by the 5 nuclear weapon states of the world. What it said? Let us discuss. It allows only the nuclear weapon states to have nuclear weapons and stop others from acquiring them. For the purpose of the NPT, a nuclear weapon state is one which manufactured or exploded a nuclear weapon prior to 1st of January 1967. So there are 5 nuclear weapon states: USA, UK, France, USSR, later Russia and China. As you know that India tested its first nuclear device in 1974 when Srimati Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister of India. Okay, so India did not sign over the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty because this was a discriminatory treaty and it stopped India to become a nuclear power nation. This treaty was signed in Washington, London and Moscow on 1st of July 1968. Next one is Strategic Arms Limitations Talks First. This treaty or this talks was done between the Soviet leader Lenin Brezhnev and the Leonid Brezhnev, and the US President Richard Nixon signed the following treaties in Moscow on 26th of May 1972. Next one is Strategic Arms Limitations Talks Second. This treaty was signed between Brezhnev and US President Jimmy Carter in Vienna on 18 June 1979. Next, START one, which was signed between USSR President Mikhail Gorbachev and US President George Bush. And then START second was signed between the Russian President Boris Yeltsin and US President George Bush. Dear students, these are the 6 important treaties which was signed between the two superpowers USA and USSR. The main motive behind these treaty was to stop or to control the use of nuclear weapons and try to make a balance of power in the world. So these are the important arms control treaties. So today we discuss that India and the Cold War and the arms control treaties. Thank you and have a nice day.